to the program. With an aim to promote clean energy and reduce electricity costs, developers in Kenya are being pushed to fit homes and buildings with solar panels for water heating. Kenya is one of the countries leading Africa's push towards solar energy use, but it still relies heavily on hydropower and geothermal energy. Experts say solar power has a huge potential in Africa and is generally more cost-effective when compared to getting connected to grid electricity.
Green Park, a residential estate located about 20 kilometers south of Kenya's capital, Nairobi, is one of a handful of housing developments promoting solar-powered homes in the country. Founded in 2006, the 150-acre estate has 400 units, all fitted with solar panels for water heating. Developers are currently working on the 5th phase of the scheme. The panels are made locally and fitted by Stillstone Kenya, who has been contracted by the developers of the estate. Each solar unit costs about $800 to install.
The use of solar, the developers are now, everyone is making sure that they install a solar system during the time of building. So this has worked to the advantage of solar contractors in Kenya, and which in turn means more business for us. But in the same time, that doesn't mean we start providing poor quality services. So as a company, we always ensure that we give you good service and good quality.
Residents like Ruth Nganga says the panels have helped out electricity costs by nearly half.
So basically, it's a very energy-saving product that we have, because we're able to have hot water throughout the day, depending on the usage, and also in the night. Yeah, so we don't have to to put power on. We always have hot water whichever time you need during the day. We're normally able to use the water for washing, for cleaning, and also for the bathrooms.
Kenya is one of the countries leading Africa's push towards solar energy use. Experts say fast-dropping costs for solar power, combined with plenty of sun and a huge need for cheaper electricity, holds huge economic potential. Better transmission and storage of solar energy could save countries billions. The country's Energy Regulatory Commission, ERC, has said property developers must now install solar water heaters in buildings where occupants use over 100 liters of hot water a day by May this year, following a regulation that came in force in 2012.
Solar energy is viable in Kenya. Kenya, lying on the equator, has some of the best solar installation in the globe. I think it's about 4.5 kilowatts per hour, so which is actually very good. And if the solar energy is well harnessed, it could actually help in stability of our grid, particularly when we have solar during the day.
But solar can have high upfront costs compared to traditional fuels, although experts argue that the technology creates benefits for years to come. For more Kenyans to access solar energy, authorities need to have sound regulatory frameworks to help draw in more local investors and lower costs.
It's a little bit expensive for the equipment and all this. But if the government has a goodwill to subsidize, then they'll see the benefit of the registration that they have passed.
Kenya also plans to launch a $150 million project this year to bring solar electricity to markets, schools, shops and homes in poor off-grid areas without existing power access.
Welcome back. Now it's our Africa Tech segment, and today we're talking about how technology can be used to fight diseases. And with the help of modern technology, communication is now more efficient than ever. Of course, it's now possible to streamline the distribution of information and tools in a sustainable, cost-effective manner. Well, here in Nigeria, an app called Hudiba is helping to play a major role in tackling diseases such as meningitis. Joining us on the show to discuss how this technology can be used to tackle diseases is the creator of the app, Ajoku Amadi Obi. Thank you for joining us on Network Africa.
Thank you.
Now, access to internet is indeed a challenge in some parts of Nigeria. So how will people be able to use the app in areas experiencing the meningitis outbreak?
Now, there are various ways to use that. I developed this app specifically for Nigerian market. So it's really designed for a low-resource environment. It is also very important that any solution that is being produced is... hello, can you hear me?
Go on, we can hear you.
It is also important that any technology that is produced does not disrupt any thing on the ground that is being used, any digital platforms that are being used at the moment. So my app is actually designed to work with whatever is already being used at the moment. Now, we can directly, some of the ways that it can be used is that it will be directly used in translating various instructions into Hausa language, for example, in the Northwest at the moment. So directly on the app, you can translate it into any language. So some of the information that needs to be got out at some of the people in this area, like the precautions they need to take, can be translated into Hausa language and played out to them directly. It can also be used directly in monitoring the disease. So there are disease alert systems directly on the app that you can use to trace diseases. You can use it to be able to know where the cases are coming from or where they are at the moment. So healthcare workers can directly use it to monitor where the diseases are. They can use it to directly analyze and get logistics into the system.
Now, it's one thing to create the app, and it's another to be educated on how to use it. So who teaches these people how to use the broadband, or how they can find the broadband and possibly get access to the app?
Yes, these are issues that I actually had to tackle with head-on when I'm actually designing it. Like I said, it's designed for a low-resource environment. So if you go to areas where there's no broadband, you'll be able to use some functionalities directly on the app. Most times, or most of the apps that are available at the moment, you need to have broadband to be able to actually use them. But in this, my app, you can directly download everything directly on your phone and go to wherever area you need to use that and use it directly. So you don't actually need, if you're offline, you can actually use some of the functionalities that are most important. The ones that will be directly facing the patients, you can use them directly without having to get internet access. Even the ones that use internet access need only low bandwidth. So in areas where there are very limited internet, you will still be able to get some functionalities working. Now, in terms of difficulty in using the app,
Ajoku Amadiobi, thank you very much for joining us on the program. And that's our program today. Many thanks for watching. I am BC Adebayo.